In the very first month of pregnancy, something absolutely incredible is happening, and a lot of the time, it's completely unseen. An entire world is being built, a foundation for a new life laid down with this microscopic precision. And today, we're going to explore how we can support that amazing process. And that brings us to the big question, right? It's one that so many people ask. When it comes to exercise in these first few weeks, is what you're doing helpful? Or could it actually be harmful? How do we adapt our physical activity to protect and maybe even enhance this super delicate journey? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into. So let's be clear, the first 28 days are a high-stakes journey for the developing embryo. This isn't just a time of simple growth. We're talking about a period of fundamental organization, of getting all the key pieces in the right place. And because of that, the embryo is incredibly vulnerable to any kind of stress, both from the environment and from physical forces. To really get what's at stake, let's just quickly walk through this timeline. Okay, so day 1, you have fertilization. But the really critical moments for our discussion are implantation, happening around day 6 to 10, where the embryo has to attach to survive. And then gastrulation, which is this flurry of cellular activity where the basic body plan is formed. By 28 days, less than a month, the foundational blueprint for a human being is essentially complete. It's a delicate, crucial dance every step of the way. Okay, let's zoom in on that first huge hurdle, implantation. This is a total make or break moment. The embryo has to securely attach itself to the uterine wall to survive and to get everything it needs to grow. And for that to happen, it needs the environment to be perfectly stable and welcoming. The best way to think about it is like a tiny seed trying to gently take root in soil. Implantation is where that little embryo burrows into the uterine wall to tap into the mother's blood supply. I mean, this connection is everything, but it is incredibly fragile. Any kind of excessive physical stress right now can be really disruptive. So you end up with this contrast, right? On one side, you've got the risk. We're talking about exercises that create way too much abdominal pressure, which can mess with blood flow or even cause inflammation. But on the other side, you've got the Pilates solution, gentle core reinforcement. This is all about maintaining muscle tone to support a stable uterus, but without creating that dangerous internal pressure. It's protection, not pressure. So once that seed has successfully taken root, the embryo moves into what you could call its architectural phase. The scientific name is gastrulation, and it's basically where the blueprint for the entire body is drawn up. It's this incredibly intense and precise period of organization. During this phase, 3 foundational layers of tissue are formed. First, you get the ectoderm. That's going to become the skin and the entire nervous system. Then there's the mesoderm, which forms all the muscles, bones, and the circulatory system. And finally, the endoderm, which creates the digestive and respiratory systems. Get this, every single organ in the body starts from one of these 3 layers. It's amazing. So this is where the right kind of movement can really support this amazing construction project. Adapted Pilates helps promote pelvic stability and really enhances circulation. And better blood flow, well, that means more efficient delivery of all the good stuff, nutrients and oxygen, right when the embryo needs it most. Things like using a stability ball can allow for these really controlled movements that help align the spine and just support the whole system beautifully. Now, there is one single principle that ties all of this together. It's the secret ingredient, and that's breath. It's not just about moving correctly, it's about breathing correctly. You could almost think of breath as the unseen engine that's driving support for this entire process. And we're not just talking about any breathing. Diaphragmatic, or deep belly breathing, is so much more than just relaxation. It's a seriously powerful physiological tool. It literally helps regulate oxygen, it stabilizes your core without any strain, and it helps manage stress, all of which create a much better, calmer environment for the embryo. And these benefits are all deeply connected. The optimal oxygenation, that's the fuel for the massive cellular growth happening in the embryo. The core stability, that safely supports your changing body. And of course, less stress creates a calm, stable physiological state, which is just so important during these early days. Okay, so this is all great to know, but how do we actually put it into practice? What does safe movement look like on the mat? This next part is your practical guide, the basic rules of the road for the first 28 days. It's pretty straightforward when you see it laid out. On the avoid list, we've got anything that directly compresses the lower abdomen. We also want to steer clear of anything that sharply increases that internal pressure. Think traditional crunches, and no forced or jarring rotations.
Now, on the recommended side, we're talking about lovely, gentle pelvic rotations, exercises like imprint and release, where you gently press your low back toward the floor. It safely engages those deep core muscles. Even moderate, controlled forward bends are great. The common thread here, everything is slow, fluid, and always, always connected to your breath.
You know, what this all comes down to is that understanding the why behind the rules, the actual embryology, is what completely elevates prenatal exercise. It stops being just a workout, and it becomes this conscious, supportive partnership with your body and with the incredible process that's happening inside.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to reflect on. How can this kind of mindful movement, right from day one, actually help shape the very environment where new life first begins? It's a pretty powerful idea,